Hi. Let's see if I can turn this music down a little bit. There we go. Very low guttural noise from that dude. Hello. Yeah, so I have a surprise stream today, sort of. Actually, I wasn't planning to stream today, but then I got an email this morning from the devs of this game saying that, offering me early access to this Prologue for Pathologic 3, which I didn't even know was a thing. And Pathologic is not a game that I have actually played before, but it's a game series that has been recommended to me like a bajillion times. So I've always meant to play it. It's one of those kind of cult classic games. And it's also one of those games that I think is a unique mix of different like genre mechanics, I guess. And I don't know a ton about it, except for the fact that it's got like, well, there's a plague, right? There's a plague clearly. And you're kind of a detective style individual trying to, but also maybe a pathologist or like a doctor or something, and trying to figure out what happened to these people. And specifically in this game, it says you're trying to find out who killed the immortal man, which is pretty intriguing to me. I don't know what that means, but from what I read on the Steam page, this is like a prologue to the whole story, I guess. I won't be able to connect the dots because I haven't played the 1 and 2. But there will be, I'm sure, people popping in a chat that know all about Pathologic 1 and 2, because there's lots of people that love those games to death. And yeah. Chat on screen doubles. Oh, that's weird. Well, we don't need fancy chat right now. Refresh, maybe? Nope, it's still doing it. I don't know why it's doing that. You guys, are you just... It's... I don't know. I don't know. It's fine. You're gonna make haggis, but you don't have the stomach for it. Hello, everybody coming in. Hello, Van Hollen. Hello, hello, hello. Everyone else, and also the people that are lurking in the cheese. What's going on, everybody? Lord Crispin, welcome in. Hello, one half of the time. Okay. So just I don't know if I should like, should we look at the Steam page first? Maybe. I don't know. I feel like I need a little bit more context. But if anyone is wondering, by the way, about the release and stuff, so Pathologic 3 Quarantine is going to be, it's like a full experience in itself, and the dev told me that it's a couple hours long, and it's like a prologue to Pathologic 3 that's coming out later. But this Pathologic 3 Quarantine, this is going to be free for everybody to play, so it's kind of like, you know, a demo, but it's a completely standalone experience, which I think is a pretty cool way to do it. And the free demo is actually releasing on March 17th. So next week. I'm playing it exactly a week early. Hooray. But you can follow the link pinned up in chat on both YouTube and Twitch if you want to check it out and download it when it does come out. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine, Gothbard. It doesn't matter. We're not having chat on the screen anyway. So yeah, let's see if I can just pull this up real quick. Let's go to the store page. I'll just show you. So It's hard for me to explain what this game is because I've not played the first two. I just have a very vague idea. So, and it's not even that clear if you read it because it's kind of a very unique game. Immersive simulation RPG, and adventure. But I think there's also like detective things going on as well. It says it's a narrative-driven adventure. Watch a mysterious plague break out in a small town. Learn how your story began and what drove a celebrated academic to leave his acclaimed lab. Examine patients, uncover strange secrets, and make first step towards immortality. So I don't know. I guess we're like trying to figure out also how to be immortal, which is interesting. And then we have more detailed information down here. So this all ties into like the original story of Pathologic, I believe. So it should be interesting. And actually, if I play this first, I think it will be kind of cool to like go back and play the older ones then and see the similarities. It's kind of fun to do it that way, especially if the story is like taking a full loop around, you know? But I think that Pathologic 1 and 2 fans are going to be pretty psyched about this because the Pathologic games are pretty old at this point. So this is kind of cool. But I don't know. It's it looks pretty interesting to me. So I'm pretty excited. It also fits in with the theme that I wanted to do for the channel, which is, you know, like detective, spooky, horror, but also there's some simulation stuff in there too, which is quite interesting. I'm so intrigued. But like I said, this is just the prologue we're going to be playing, which is a standalone little mini game. The prologue to Pathologic 3. And the prologue is coming out next week. But we're looking at early access right now. Marchtober, yeah. Okay, so let's just get in here and turn all the volume back up so we can be spooked. Do we have motion blur? Oh wow, it's on very low. Can I turn it off? Thank you. Quite a lot of options. Streamer mode, what does that do? I don't know. I don't know. Probably disables like some of the music or something, which is always appreciated, I guess. Can anybody in chat actually make that noise? I mean, obviously I can't because I'm lady, but it's like very low. Okay, equipped, put away. Okay. Anything weird that I should know about? Notes is L. Okay, this seems pretty self-explanatory. Quick slots are down there. Okay. Seems good. Desync is on. Good. Okay. I guess we're good to go then. Yeah, I really hate motion blur in video games. I always turn it off. All right, new game. Let's check this out and see what it's all about. I'm excited. Ooh. Why does that person have like a green eye in one of the things? The capital, where the bachelor returned in disgrace after the Steptown perished. Where the bachelor returned after Steptown perished. Maybe that would mean something to us if we played the 1 and 2. I don't know. Q. Okay. There are points of interest. Hold Q. There's some depressed looking people. Is this even a person? Oh, yes? Why are you wearing like a weird black suit? I don't know. Hello? Oh, look out there. You got a nice town? I believe the Pathologic games are originally Russian games. Correct me if I'm wrong about that.
Enough?
I hope that's
no,
right.
No, not enough. Never enough.
So I'm not sure if we're going to run into any like translation errors or whatever, but it looks very nice. Seraphima, why aren't you at the interrogation yet, Bachelor? You're supposed to be there already. What happened? Why did you come down here? What's going on outside? What are you looking at? Yeah, what are you looking at?
Cheer up, Chief. Want to hear that grey hair joke again? The one you love so much.
Yes. Wait, he didn't say that though. What? Yeah, I want to hear the joke. Where's that? Tell me the joke. I believe I was summoned because of the sand plague. They fear the epidemic might have already spread here to the capital. Spectator, so you're the doctor who first discovered this deadly epidemic, this dirt disease. Is it true that it killed off a whole steppe town in a week? 25,000 dead. Listen to me. All of this is just hearsay. Please leave our director alone. He has important work to do, and you, Chief, should hurry off now. Your appointment is at 8. No, answer me this. Since you're the one in charge, is it true or not? You said this disease was already in the capital. I never said that. I said they believe the epidemic might already have spread here. That is what I said, and the bureaucrats are usually wrong. Not exactly 20,000, strictly speaking, fewer, and there were 417 survivors, a scant but non-zero amount of hope. The bureaucrats are usually wrong. So what are we looking at? Should we move? I feel like we should move. What? Okay, interesting. I don't know why we just stood there and took that, but hey, for science, I guess. Day 8, in which the oh no, I didn't read that. I was okay. Hello, I have no idea what's going on. You're scary. Are you a person? Or I'm gonna assume no. Oh, the executor. You can go no further. Quarantine. Enough cawing. It was I who set up the quarantine in the first place. I'm so tired of running into obstacles that I created myself. Who are you? State your name. I didn't recognize you at first glance. You've changed quite a bit after a week in our town. I'm Sava Kremenitz, number 72, the last of the volunteer orderly corps. Since you're here, consider this my resignation. I do not accept your resignation. There is still hope. The last volunteer, the last post, the last frontier, how quickly it all came to an end. There's still hope! You promised to save our town, but all you leave behind are ashes and graves. What lies ahead of you is not the steppe, but a fog of uncertainty. So where will you go now, oh man who lost to death? Is this a dream? This must be a dream, right? I probably got completely like obliterated from that giant wheel, and now I'm just in a dreamy haze or something. What a way to talk to me, 72. Grow too fond of your mask? Abide by the protocol and stop with the implications. There's a distinct smell of creosote. There's a railroad nearby. Okay, that's random. I'll return to the capital. They're shutting down Thanatica, my lab, and the academy must hear of this dreadful disease. No reason to stay here. The town is lost. I admit. I'm not omnipotent, but I tried. It's a railroad nearby? That's a weird one, so I'll just say that. People whisper rumors that the only doctor in town plans to abandon them, to flee. The most fortunate, the survivors, already plan their own escapes. Could they be saved? Yes, I'll take them to the capital. I need witnesses. I couldn't save them with medicine, so I will by other means. The sand pests should be kept within this town's limits, or else it will devour the whole nation. Some of the survivors will be infected. Quarantine means quarantine. So either I like I don't know, quarantine or not quarantine. Quarantine. Each decision leads to regret the next day. Each step, the abyss. How can one sleep after that? Something in Latin? It seems I am in a waking dream. What screeches out in the step and the shadow that almost touches the sky? Nightmares multiply in darkness. It's their nutrient medium, just like blood for a plague. I still have some matches on me. I'll find a way to fend off the darkness. Still, those bonfires. Those were prepared on my orders to fence off the plague districts. Now they will light my path. I'm not afraid of nightmares. Reality is much more horrific. Ooh, that's pretty real, isn't it? The light of salvation burns and then fades, like hope, like someone else's life on a hospital bed. Do you think you'll manage to escape? She already follows you, trying to reach you. She won't just let you leave. Who is she? The plague or death? Cold, that be someone threatening my lab. Could that be? You think I have nowhere to go, that in the capital everything is already lost. You're a fool, Bachelor Dankovsky. Conscience. Conscient? Is that conscience? Of course, it's conscience. You cannot run from your conscience. Okay, yeah. I never noticed that that has the word science in it. I never like looked at that word. You cannot run from your conscience, not even on a train. No, you'd be lucky to even board the train alive. And what form your conscience assumes, that is on you and your broken imagination. No time to wax philosophical. The fog thickens, the bonfire fade, and I still seek a train, apparently one with escapees. My conscience is clear. I did all I could for the town. One person alone cannot fight an outbreak of an unknown disease. Okay, that seems a bit defensive. You imply that I imagine the horrific silhouette, the hallucinations of a guilty conscience. It's likely just neurosis. Okay, so like trying to diagnose myself. Or like stick with my goal, I guess. Let's do that one. Come back to where you came from, Doctor. Try to become your old self again. Just don't forget the matches. Thank you, 72. If it's really you, for your volunteer service, you two did all you could. Wow, okay. Oh, it went out! Light it again! Why did it go out so fast? There's a dead ox right there. What is that supposed to be? Is there gonna be lots of metaphors and things in this? That's kind of the vibe I'm getting right now. Like I said, I haven't played the first two, so I don't really know what to expect. But it seems very creative so far. Oh, there's like a spine in there. Cool. Okay, here's my train that I gotta catch. You're creepy. But yeah, when it stands up, it's a silhouette of a human. Oh no. The stench, I'm about to be sick. Out. Okay. Oh! Okay, September 23rd, the day of the departure to Gorkin. That was clearly a dream. And so, okay, what I got so far, maybe is that I'm the character from the original game, and this is taking place after that. Who is it? Banging the door, knocking. Maybe they'll go away if we don't open it. There's no closure order yet. Okay, so the people are very angry. Okay. Hey guys, what do you think?
You asked for it, you got it, Chief. You have too much of a spine.
I think they're coming for us. If they catch you here, there's no telling what might happen. You could even be arrested.
Dull, yes. Cheap, always.
Why is it?
Same as always.
Why are they
I
not?
still love them, though.
Why are they not saying the lines that are here? Shall I continue? The ruling goes on. You're Thanatica, the nation's only laboratory specializing in novel life extension techniques. Comes across as a pseudo-scientific wild goose chase, this so-called effective immortality project. Enough, I'm sick of it already. Wild goose chase, that gaggle of ossified dotards. There'll be an inquiry based on our results at the Academy's Special Commission, which, as you know, Karlovich is on. They'll wipe the floor with your Karlovich, and he'll just throw up his hands like he did with the immunology affair last year. He's not going out on a limb for you. Wasn't it him in July going around here saying he was disappointed? Or do I have him mixed up with someone? It happens when you're tired. Karlovich will help me if I present clear evidence. Instead of sarcasm, why don't we try thinking? It sometimes leads to astonishing results. Sarcasm. Oh, but there's more. Has, according to the number of scientists, including Veronin, Zegler, and Vilanovich, achieved significant breakthroughs. We can skip this part. There. In view of the Academic Council deeming it to lack any prospects whatsoever, the only rational course of action would be to suspend the research, transfer the lab to the purview of the Chemistry Institute, and dismiss its staff. I can recite it from memory by now. Perhaps you could retell it in verse, Platon. It would calm you down and put things in broader perspective. I won't let them. It's my life work. I don't know what extent you two might say the same. I'd sooner lose my wife, an arm, and an eye than Thanatica. And why does it have to be now? We got close to cellular level reaction. Wow, that really says where my priorities are. I'm gonna do the lesser of those two. Actually, there's still hope, Bachelor. If we present them that immortal man from the central step. What was his name? Sheen? Ivan? Kane. Simon Kane. I don't quite remember. It was an odd name. Unusual. Talking him into volunteering as a study will be a task in itself. He's an influential man, not some cowherd. For all we know, he could be the governor or magistrate of that town. He's not immortal, but his longevity is quite unique. If his letter is to be believed, just shy of a century and a half, and he's in great health. Ooh. No time, colleagues, no time. They're already climbing the stairs. Dankovsky, you need to run. There'll be no commission while you're gone. We can stall the proceedings. Go and fetch us an immortal right away. Well, tell them you're away on a trip for once. The red tape will play into our hands. We'll stall. Reports, audits, you name it, and appeal if all else. But if they find you, they'll convene and force us to testify, and we won't be able to wriggle out of it. I agree. If you leave before you're handed the ruling, it's their fault for missing you. But if you wait until afterwards, that's obstruction. They won't miss a chance to hold it against you. They'll use whatever pretext they can. They will anyway. Please, they're academics, not Okrana agents. I see, dear colleague, that you're still laboring under the illusion that it's going to be purely academic commission. I'm not abandoning my lab at a moment like this. I don't think our character is like very all there. He seems a bit extreme. I'm not abandoning my lab. Oh, for God's sake, Platon, shall we toss him out the window? That's it, they're here. Hear the voices? They must be deciding whose head is hard enough to batter down the door with. Get out. The eastbound train departs from the 4:15. You can make it right on time. You two keep cool, stall for time, and keep mum. Thank you. I will not let us down. I won't! Oh, wait, one last thing. Have a look at this while you're on your way. You've been promising to for 3 months already, but you never found at the time. It's a tool for studying tuberculosis, the air humidity thing. Remember Kaufman, Gorski, Anna Stein? Right. Those postgraduates with their head in the clouds. It's long past time we got rid of them. How does it work? There's no time. Take the papers and read them on your way. We have more pressing issues right now. Case in point. When is report S-104 coming in? You know, the cytological... Is he trying to be funny or what? Get out, Chief. Use the back door and don't come back, well, without your immortal. I'll be back in a week. Out comes Scotto out in Scuto. Scuto. Okay. Wow. I feel like I want to save. I can't. Okay. All right. Bye, everybody. I guess I'm leaving. Before the angry mob comes in.
If we have the right conditions, our current ones are only good for inventing penicillin. It's mold all the way down.
We are no longer in a hurry. Take care of yourself, Chief. You're so reckless. Head always in the clouds. You don't really know how to fend for yourself, do you? Do you even care about yourself? What's the worst that could happen? We're all doomed without you. Oh, hey, no crying in the lab. It'll be all right. Just abide by the protocol, Seraphima. Enough of this. Are you armed? I don't kill. I prolong life. You might have forgotten, but this is what our calling is. I'm armed with my vast intellect and quick wit. As long as I can open my mouth, they won't know what hit them. I'm not fond of weapons. Ki gladu ferret. What is that? Okay. Yeah, I got a quick wit. Denhill, are you armed? Seraphina, do you really believe this steppe is such a wild country? Please just take it with you. It will come in handy. Best I can do is point it at someone and pretend it's loaded. Might not work on the bears, though. Well, your intellect won't work on the bears either. At least point at that, and you could be very persuasive sometimes, Chief. Good luck to you and Platin, Seraphima. Okay. Ooh. The mouse sensitivity is a bit high.
Freeze!
I'm intimidating you! Don't make me shoot! Okay. It worked. This way. Whoa.
I
Wait,
could use a coffee. How about you?
I'm Daniil Denkovsky, Bachelor of Medicine. My research into the limits of human life has brought me renown. I've devoted all my energy and remarkable intellect to combating the greatest fear that binds humanity, the inevitability of imminent death. Seeking proof of my theories, I traveled to a small, steep town to examine a person of phenomenal longevity, Simon Kane. But I walked into a trap. The moment I arrived there, an unknown disease struck the town. It devoured the town like a wildfire. Its contagion and lethality surpassed anything humanity had ever faced. And I became the only doctor standing in the way of this unprecedented pestilence.
Wow. All right. First, thank you for the Kopai subscription, Beastman. Cheers to you. I do have a little bit of coffee left still. Okay. I'm wondering if we're going to be going into like the town sort of thing.
And last year's demographic survey. Garcon. Where is it even?
Let's go back to your testimony, Bachelor Denkovsky. Testimony? So this is an interrogation? How long are you going to drag out this dramatic pause, Inspector? Let's try to remain level-headed. The ministerial inspection of your lab, Thanatica, began in early September. Your presence was required at all times. Instead, you dashed off across the country to a backwater town to bring back what might you described as, yes, an immortal man. Yes, this town had an outbreak of some fever the scientific community had no knowledge of. As luck would have it, You were the only medical professional at the site of the event. You were forced to remain there. Since leaving was impossible, you led the effort to combat the epidemic and evidently took on some field research as well. Accurate so far? Well, not accurate. The devil's in the details. You seem to be setting up some trap. You did not succeed. A complete failure. It goes without saying that one would be foolish to fault a medical specialist in a situation like yours. The remoteness, the lack of communication, the hostile environment, terrible conditions for scientific work. What doctor could have possibly succeeded in those? No one blames you. On the contrary, many stopped just short of saying I deliberately brought the infection to the capital. Perhaps I should have walled myself in with a lab report pinned to my corpse. On the contrary, many stopped just short of saying... Oh, wait, that is what I just said. Okay. What? Many said I don't blame... Am I the detective now? What? Besides, you were in a state of extreme exhaustion, and to that, the stress of the whole situation around your lab. I don't blame you, Bachelor, for any of it. Yeah, besides, the ordinance from last year. What? That's better. Tell me, if you'd be so kind. What causes your suspicious unease? I wouldn't assume a guilty conscience. Am I talking to myself right now? I suppose we can't rule out a setup. Too many coincidences. That letter about Simon lures me to town. No one shows me Simon. The whole place locks down, trapping me, and while I'm left to die, Thanatica is destroyed just before a scientific breakthrough. My final hours are spent studying the sand pest. Crafty, I must admit. Looking at you from the outside, what I see is a paranoid man, an egocentrical one at that. I see a worn-out man, unsure whether he's still young, still among the living. A man disassembled and trying to help you put yourself back together. I feel as if you no longer know who you are. I look at you and feel frightened, like I'm facing someone who isn't human. Are you alone, Denkovsky? My impression is of countless people occupying the same shell over these past 2 hours, one after another. Well, I don't know if it makes a difference which, dialogue choices I pick. Thank you, Beastman, for the 2 months of Prime as well. Thank you so much. Cheers. I am a worn out man. What do you want to know? What I could have done? All right, my first idea was quarantine. I needed time to study the disease, so I isolated patients in their homes. No, I isolated entire districts. I tried to get at least a day ahead of it. It was spreading too swiftly, and of course, I ensured that one could leave the town. And the steps you took only shortened the lifespan of this settlement. Were you always aware of the consequences of your decisions? Do that one. You refer to the popular discontent. I didn't need love from them, only discipline. A difficult surgery can't be performed on a resisting patient. That's why patients got tied up, held down, or anesthetized, right? Every step I took was justified, or the town wouldn't have lasted those 7 days. You spent 12 days in Gorkon area. I have my file on the desk here. You familiarize yourself with it, correct? What I'm seeing is mistake after mistake. You're too intelligent to not suspect malicious intent here, or sabotage. That one. Okay. So I'm really confused about what is going on, but we'll just keep going. Important events happen every day. Select a day to recall what happened. All right, we got a mind map. Day 1. Hope, courage, Denkovsky. The Simon Kane is your only chance to save Thanatica. No, Simon Kane. I can't meet that supposedly immortal man. You went to the end of the world chasing nasty rumors, Denkovsky. People are off the hook. It's madness out there, stabbing each other, tearing corpses, clothing like animals, saying someone important has died. Met a strange procession near the cemetery in the evening. Obnoxious little town. She was screaming. Something's happening at the empty lot of the poorer district. Can't remember. Wait. Does it want me to read all of this? Like what? Can we like do anything about it? A local lady was nice enough to let me stay. This seems like a branching path, but no, it's not. An incredible tower is overlooking Bridge Square. I mean, the crude sprawl has a nasty smell. A little boy caught my sleeve. You should go to the local Sawbones. I swore off dealing with animals when I was still doing my residency. I'm confused. This feels like something that would happen like during the game, but we're just like reading each little thing. I don't understand. Are we getting caught up? Like, is this what happens in the first 2 games or something? Can I just... I mean, I don't really want to read them all. It's kind of a lot. Some filth is creeping down the streets, making the ill people's skin crumble like sand in 5 hours. Never seen anything like that. The local elites are trying to take emergency measures. They don't even have a hospital in the backwater. Ridiculous. Prophet of the Kane family. The Kane last spewed some nonsense about visions, and the town's approaching death didn't even listen. No one has ever dealt with a disease like this. It's a trap. Can it be that Simon Kane has never existed? Could he have been invented to lure Bachelor Dukovsky to the boondocks? And I know why. Oh, and that's like a noose. Okay. They think I'll have a cure. Have to cure the infection if I'm stuck in here with it. I never swore the hypocrite's oath to the violators of free will. Or is it Tellman's doing? What's he doing at Thanatica while I'm locked in here? Escape away at any cost. I was disgracefully apprehended at the station. The trap is sprung. Olgimski's daughter told me the man who saw Simon Kane last is hiding in a warehouse. All I have to do is look for clues. Maria Kana promised me that her friends would tell me about her town's fate. What's this one? They've sent me in the army? Do they want your death, Dankovsky? Or are they really ready to level down to this town, this pest house? Can I just continue doing what I was doing instead?
Please don't confuse inspection and inquisition. Inspection and investigation. Investigation and the secret police.
Why are you looking at me like that? As if you're seeing this for the first time. As if this is the first time. It's not like I've rummaged through your papers. No, not the first time. You showed me 2 hours ago at the start of the conversation. What's written here is utter nonsense. This isn't how it happened at all. I don't know how it happened. This is my first time. All right, let's look at the 5th day. Remember when you seemingly admitted the vaccine was possible? You had volunteers brought to you and inoculated them with sand pest. Are you still with me, Dankovsky? Look me in the eye. Are you here? I am here, but I'm not certainly with you. Whose testimony did you even base this on? Who slanders my name? I am here, but I'm not look at that trembling lip. Calm your nerves. The very reason you're sitting here is so that you may find the truth, isn't it? I won't be intimidated. I'm a doctor, a scientist. You hear me? I've come back from a hell the phantasms of nightmares could never portray, and I worked there as a doctor. Do you understand? A doctor, not an exterminator or inquisitor, not a police inspector or army commander. I'm a medical professional. You're an intelligent man, Dr. Denkovsky, one with decisive judgment, unafraid to make mistakes and answer for them. I admire you. Yeah. Enough with that tone. Don't you grow tired of yourself? Put this on record. That backwater didn't have a hospital, understand? It did not have a hospital, but it did have a theater, so I repurposed it somewhat into a hospital. I studied patients there. Creating a vaccine was a priority. That's what I did. I vaccinated people. You did that each day, every day? An hour ago, you said the vaccine was impossible. Creating a vaccine isn't as simple as brewing a cup of tea. The disease mutated fast, and the scientific community had never seen anything like it. I had to create a vaccine every day. Do you understand? A new one each time. All the while, I had no equipment, no lab. I had to improvise new methods in a matter of minutes. Hospital, you know what? I believe you, but I need more details. Facts. Records from the 5th day state that out of 780 patients vaccinated, 412 died. I completed Act 1. Day 5, in which the bachelor first gives up, then raises to the occasion. Your apathy level is critical. Use inventory items that increase psychosis. Huh? Signor, you're here upon the stage once more. The man who made a hospital out of the theater will have eyes on him aplenty. Do you know what the orderlies behind your back are whispering? I don't care about gossip, so long as it doesn't distract the orderlies from their duties. Your servants will be fine, Signor. Will you? They say you have a seesaw in your head. They picture you a man atop a board, atop a barrel, gun in hand, aiming as you roll and teeter to and fro. A seesaw inside my head? Maybe the rumors have a little truth to them. Extremes, Signor. Extremes can kill you dead. One moment mired in apathy, the next in mania, trying to do everything at once. You're caught between the pounding heart and your 2 hesitating feet, a man of impulse, yet sometimes paralyzed. That there is your seesaw. Okay, hard not to veer into extremes when a whole town is being consumed by a novel disease. As we stand here in the old theater, let me then play the doctor and prescribe balance. The golden mean, though you may yet be swept to Scylla or to Charybdis. And even now, what do you feel? As soon as you approach the sick, indifference and gloom begin to burden you. Give me an impression or of a prescription if you fancy yourself a doctor. Yes, I feel as though I'm already exhausted, already anticipating failure. The thought alone drains my strength. The strongest treatment is right here, the same we use to numb the hopeless sick. These drugs may work for you as well, but mind that as you take them, you become accustomed to them and you'll need more and more and more each time. I didn't expect I'd be choosing between using medication on myself or on a patient. Is that an extreme measure? I'm perfectly aware of that. I would be. But there are other ways as well. A drink and a smoke, perhaps. Things you may not expect can stabilize you. To warm yourself by the fire or wash yourself in cool water, even kicking a trash bin in frustration. You will know what helps you best. You are the scientist, so experiment. Thank you, Thespian. It's easy to forget the simplest things. Yes, it is. And yet, it wouldn't hurt to take some pills with you. Who knows what madness lies ahead. Take something from the hospital supplies beside the other fronts you struggle with. There is the struggle with yourself, Signor. What could be harder? You could have just said, Medice curate ipsum. You know, I love when people speak Latin to me. Yeah, sure, whatever. Okay, we got items. Ah! Okay, here's my inventory. Still have my gun, and I have this thing. It was made when you were trying to fight tuberculosis pathogens. In theory, it purifies the air from microorganisms with sound at a frequency beyond human perception that destroys cell membranes. If only it could kill them in a human body, the device would be priceless. Strychnine. Okay, don't drink that. Which is the same as medicine. Invigorating in small doses. Okay. Addictive? With each use, the effect becomes weaker, but then you literally will just die if you have too much of that. That seems like a terrible idea. Camphor stimulant, rubefacient, causes irritation just like everything in this damn place. Bromide increases inhibition in the cerebral cortex. In other words, dulls the brain. Sometimes that's exactly what I need. Okay. And tobacco. Okay. So we've got mania and apathy as two things we need to balance, I guess. Mind state health. Okay, outer scale represents your mind state. Increasing mania is indicated by the scale going clockwise. Increasing apathy counterclockwise. Avoid both extremes as they will hinder your health and abilities. Use consumables in your inventory to combat that. Stream buffering? Oh. Yeah, it said I have a couple dropped frames for some reason. I don't know. Hopefully it's going to be fine. Okay. Then we have casebook. First, select the patient's suspected symptoms, then choose the appropriate diagnosis. Some symptoms may be incorrect. Okay, we don't have any patients yet. Oh, wow. Okay. We are in Morrow. Good. The hindquarters. Lovely. The flank. Very, bodily themed. All right, I think I am supposed to be... Do I need to take this because I'm in the red? Nope, that was the wrong way. How about we just take some tobacco?
Think, damn it.
Okay, I might die, apparently. All right. So even though this is red, I actually won't, it's actually going to bring me the other direction. That hardly did anything. Okay, that was a mistake. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I'm a doctor. Is there even a reason to talk? Okay. Yeah, I don't even want to talk because I am feeling too apathetic. Can I pick anything else up? I don't want to take the strychnine.
More thoughts. More thoughts. More thoughts.
More thoughts. Fine. I guess I'll have a chat now. Mirat Kikin, number 28. Started my shift at 10. What's our plan for today, doctor? There's only ever one plan. Every effort goes toward the vaccine right now. We're going to identify the strain. We've been catching those longs as you instructed. You know, the rare cases where they get infected but resist the sand pest for a long time. We've got 3 again for today over there on the platform, the stage. Just 3? Shame. Well, at least we'll be done quickly. What the hell? I told you yesterday that they have to be kept separate. No contact between them. How is that unclear? I hope none of them are faking it. Yesterday you brought in no less than a dozen enthusiastic pretenders. I don't know. I guess we'll be done quickly. Doctor, last night we had a chat amongst ourselves and there's something we don't get. What's like the point of figuring out what those longs are sick with besides the sand pest? They're gonna die either way. How does it help us if we figure out that they also have anemia or, I don't know, measles on top of the earthen plague, I mean? You wouldn't understand. It's difficult to explain, takes a long time to, and we're pressed for that. To make this as simple as possible, the body wages war. Whenever there's a disease, it sends its soldiers into battle. Sometimes those soldiers help fight the other diseases along the way, including undiagnosed ones. We make each day's vaccine from those who are fighting off the current strain, and the sand pest, the strain of the day. Don't you understand? You're dismissed for now. Number 28. Oh, fire him. Whatever, just that one. Just explain it quickly. Are we done? Okay. They have very strange... Are they supposed to kind of resemble like a plague doctor sort of thing? I still feel like they just look like nightmares. I don't understand. And I don't know how those outfits would be helpful in, you know, doing their work. Hospital. Patients must be questioned, examined, and their symptoms recorded in the casebook. Okay, Yakov Little. Could it be yesterday's technique has proved to be the right one? As your assistant, it's my duty to inform you that among the recipients of yesterday's vaccine, these appear to be zero mortality. That is to say, no notifications so far. That doesn't really tell us anything yet, but let's assume at least some have avoided the infection. It's a real shame we can't put them under proper observation in the isolation ward. Would have simplified things a lot. You're not my assistant, Mr. Little, more of an extra pair of shoulders with no great burden to bear. Give me a report of what you've done in the meantime. I mean, it's cool that I can be an asshole if I want, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure if the dialogue choices mean anything or not, but I sure have a lot of them. While you were away, I tried my hand in diagnosing using your procedure. I do hope you didn't mistake measles for the pneumatic plague, colleague. So I noted down symptoms using your approach. I crossed off illnesses based on the principle of impossible combinations, but I didn't really get anywhere. You know, sometimes I try to think like you do. I give it all my best try at that. I do just so I can understand you just a little, and I fail every time. The way your heads work is a complete mystery to me. Do you have the anamnesis? You know, sometimes I try to... Okay, that was me talking to myself, I guess. I don't think there's any point in interviewing them. They don't know the first thing about themselves. What does that word mean? Could you remind me? I don't think I recall it. Is it something about amnesia? Probably. I'll say it again. Getting the patient's medical history or anamnesis is your first priority. There are strictly 3 steps. Step 1, interviewing the patient. It always comes first, no matter how tongue-tied or confused they are, no matter how much they get it wrong. The information is priceless, even if they're straight up lying. It's still important, just like if you were an investigator or a detective. But I'm no Pinkerton, unlike you. You're somehow managing to learn useful things even from their lies, but I have no idea how. Step 2, the exam. This part requires your utmost attention. We take note of anything suspicious. We do it in the context of what the patient has told us. Any trifling bodily detail, a scratch, a bruise, a birthmark might turn out to be important. Okay, that's the thing with these local lowlifes. They don't have an undamaged spot on them as it is. This requires experience. Everyone's built different. And step 3, if required, a careful inspection of the surroundings that people live in, especially when you feel they're being coy, evasive, hiding something. In a word, lying. Reticence is never without a reason. That's when it becomes a good idea to go and inspect their home. Talk to their neighbors and family. It always adds to the picture, don't you understand? That sounds like a job for a sleuth, not a doctor. No, I understand. I'll show you. Observe and memorize. I won't be around forever. New personal file. Luther Finch and Filot. Oh boy. Okay. So now we've got a case book. Okay. We've got 3 people in our case book. This feels like a lot. Suspected symptoms: chest pain, cough, coughing up blood, difficulty breathing, cyanosis. That is a lot of stuff. Holy buckets. This guy is not okay. 5th day of the plague. Acute bronchopathy, anemic vasculopathy, Bonkowski's fever, bradycardia, burning fever, consumptions, hepatitis. Are these okay? So I can pick from all of these. Oh my god. Who's this guy?
I sense something out of place.
Whoa, hello. You look very angry. It looks broken. Erdem. Oh, the miniscope's broke? What do you want with it, Brock? It's not broken, you just don't know how to use it. Please keep your bare paws off that precision instrument. Made any major advances in the vaccine of yours on Oinon? They say precision instruments help with that kind of thing. All right, touche. You sure are quick with your snappy retorts. Major enough, as a matter of fact. I believe today's work will be decisive. Let's not rehash the whole whose medicine works argument all over again. Or have you managed to create a serum from your herbal infusions yet, colleague? You're so quick with your snappy retorts. I've done the autopsies for you already. Numbers 1 and 3 had the gunk in their lungs. Number 2 had it in their bronchia. Are you saying it's pulmonary now? I'm not saying it's anything. I do the cutting, you do the thinking, right? I have my own storyline where I'm going to do what I deem right, and you'll only have a small part to play. What a bombastic way to put it, but I'll remember that and drop by your storyline sometime, though I doubt it will be useful. For your storyline, as you call it, you could spend your spare time working here, though honestly, I'd advise you save those hours of sleep. It's not like my part here has been very significant so far, either. Oh my goodness. Okay, so he's also a doctor, but he's like in the natural remedy stuff. Okay, what do we got? Healing poultice. Nice. 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 More? Yeah, I'll take all that. Thank you. Okay, so loot the clock? There's no loot in the clock. What is this shenanigans? There's always loot inside clocks. You go in there? No. Excuse me? Did I just bang that and then get scared that I did it? What happened? I don't know. I don't think my character is very well. He seems a bit strange. Okay, well, I guess we'll just talk to you guys then. I'm healthy, just so you know. I don't have anything. Uh-huh. That's for the autopsy to tell, my dear. Sorry, I meant to say examination. Ouch. Well, why did they bring you here? I had a fever, that's why. 2 days of it for no reason, but I'm better now. And I had no scratches on my skin, no yellowing, no sandpaper scratchies, no drought of the mouth. What circumstances preceded this fever? Our house was cleared out after the infection came. People were sent wherever there was space. Comfort is a luxury right now. Some were lucky and ended up in an empty living room. Some got an attic or a cellar. Us, we were put in a boiler room where it reached our street. They rounded up the whole caboodle of us in an isolation ward. A boiler room, you say? Was it turned on? Of course, the air was so stuffy in there, I tell you. But there was a silver lining. No sickness can survive that hellfire. Your sudden fever is easily explained that. I mean, she would have a fever while she was in there, maybe, but like afterwards she would cool down, right? Convincing, but I still need to examine you. Please undress there behind the screen. Get naked, Luta. Okay. The patient must be examined and their symptoms added to the casebook. Open the casebook. This can also be done during the examination. Very pale skin. Rarely leaves her home. Not much time in the sun. Use to rotate the camera. Okay. I mean, 1 minute will be spent examining each body part. Suspected symptoms. So, I need to do her. Do I need to do the pale skin somehow? I don't see that one. I guess it would be here, but I don't. What is that? I don't know what ichthyosis is. Do I have a thing that tells me what things are? I mean, obviously some of these are obvious, but she's 33, married, shopkeeper, 5th day of the plague, flank. She's a smoker. Let's keep going, I guess. Her back, let's see. Oh, wait a second. Her arm's got bruises on it. Hematoma. Maybe she bumped into something, or maybe it's a symptom. I should ask her where the bruises came from. How do I add new symptoms? Okay. Do I ask her that after? Arms reverse. Okay. Legs. Legs reverse. Turn around. I don't see anything on the legs. It's just her arms, right? What about her face? Can I look at her face? That should be important, right? Her heartbeat is 65. That seems pretty good. All right, so we'll just ask her about her hematoma on her arm, I guess. Is that you? She looks so different. You done with the exam, doctor? Can I go now? Absolutely not. An examination with no questions asked can only happen in a morgue. I may have missed something. I told you everything the last time, but if you say so, you're the doctor. Allow me to call my assistant in. I'll use your example to show him how to proceed during an appointment. Come here, Mr. Little. Let's fill in this patient's record together so that at least the modicum of knowledge settles in place in your head. No, it would not be that mean. You called, Mr. Denkovsky. I'm here and ready to heed. So, Mr. Little, we have a patient here. She's claiming to be in good health despite having a fever a few days ago. Do we take her word for it? Of course. Distrusting people is no way to live. Well, if she had a fever, there must be a reason for it, and we have to find it. Remember this, a patient's self-evaluation may be incorrect. That's why you must ask specific questions about the symptoms, about what's come up during the exam, and about the patient's circumstances in daily life. I think I get it in theory. God knows how it plays out in practice. I'll demonstrate. Observe and learn, Mr. Little. I won't be around forever. The patient is running a temperature, in other words, a fever. Open my ledger, look up fever, and tell me how many conditions is that listed as a symptom of? 8 of them. 8 diagnoses fit the bill. It's a frequent symptom, which means that you have to find others to narrow down the search. Then do it again and again until you're left with just one verdict. This, Mr. Little, is what's known as the differential diagnosis. The name is self-explanatory. We differentiate between similar things to find the only correct solution to our problem. I can't wait to give the method a try. Let's get down to it then. You look pale, ma'am. Has your skin been like this since birth, or is this the pallor recent? It's not like I get to look in the mirror a lot. Living in a boiler room and all. but don't think I've ever been pale. Rich do-nothings are pale. Me, I'm a commoner. So it's not typical for you. It's called pallor. Okay. We're marking that is a symptom. Mr. Little, add pallor to the fever in the record. What do we get? 2 conditions, down from 8. It's like magic. I'm sorry, Mr. Dankowski. I can't look at the manual and follow your line of thought at the same time. No. A single symptom, pallor, eliminated 6 out of the 8 candidates. We're left with a choice of just 2. Where did this hematoma come from, my good lady? I mean, the bruise over there next to your wrist. Did you bump into something, or is there someone who batters you? Don't worry, there's nothing to be embarrassed about when seeing a doctor. I'm not embarrassed. A bruise? Well, that's news to me. I've never seen it before. And I can't remember anything like what you're talking about. It certainly wasn't beaten up. I must have bumped into something myself and forgot about it with all the fuss. The boiler room is dark and cramped. That's probably where the bruise came from. I'm seeing this hematoma, this fancy bruise on your list. But if the patient got it from bumping into something, it's not the kind of bruise we're looking for. I did not see hematoma on the list. But she doesn't know where she got it. Are you with us, Mr. Little? Pay attention. She doesn't remember how she got the bruise. She can only guess. The manual provides a more detailed description of the illness for a situation like this. What causes it, who's susceptible, etc. It can give us useful clues. I'm familiar with that. Susceptible means the high-risk groups, right? Got it. When in doubt, read about the condition in detail. Practicing medicine takes more than checking symptoms against a list where a schoolboy's diligence. You have to bring your reasoning with it. There's one way to do it. Tell me, my good lady. Do you garden? Do you grow anything? Anything at all? From roses to cucumbers? Cucumbers? Roses? I'm not following you at all now, doctor. No, I've never liked digging and shoveling earth and all that. There, earth. There's a boiler room you've been relocated to have an earthen floor by any chance? That's right, it does have an earthen floor. The boiler room isn't really suited for living in, but in these times, I'd be ungrateful to complain. How did you guess, doctor? About the earthen floor. So why do we need that little detail? Why does the floor matter of all things? Earth. There was something about earth in the manual. Wish I could remember where. It's simple. All kinds of things can be found in your local soils, including microorganisms capable of disrupting circulation, hence the pallor. The bruises were not caused by trauma. A hematoma appears when blood vessel walls are damaged, either by an external force or, as in this case, an illness, and the infection can be contracted from contact with earth. We found our diagnosis. You're a genius, Mr. Dankowski. He's a genius. But have you picked up on the logic? What to do, in what order? Interview, examination, follow-up interview, then you consult the casebook. Bravo to you anyway. You're a true master of medicine, so be patient. So the patient has the sand pest alongside. What's the other diagnosis? I've talked you through it all. You can finish it yourself. The symptoms are fever, pallor, and bruise. Put them together and you'll get the result. Oh, bruise. Okay. I'm going to fill in the patient's record now, and then you can read my verdict. What about me, doctor? Where am I to go now? And what happens next? You will remain here under observation, and your blood will be used for vaccine. There's hope that everyone can benefit from this. Okay. Select the relevant symptoms. Wait, pallor and bruise is not here. Huh. So this doesn't have anything to do with her actual symptoms, which is very weird. So I don't need to do anything with the suspected symptoms, but I do need to diagnose her, right? No, I don't want, no, I'm not, no, we're not diagnosing her with that. Yeah, I know they're on the left side, but like in order to rule these out, you have to click on this side. See? And then it does that. But these you can't click on. Well, where's the one that we know it is? Hematomas. Is this the one it is? Treen syndrome? No. Well, no. Okay, I don't think it's actually there, so I don't know. I don't really understand. Maybe I don't need to do it because it's like the tutorial one or something. I'm just confused that none of these symptoms will actually match up with the ones that we need for this case. There isn't even a fever one, right? Oh yeah, there is fever. Fever, okay. Fever. Oh, here. Wait, they're all under here? Okay. What? Wait, why are they next to the heart icon? Shouldn't paleness be on the skin one? Or maybe that's supposed to be just like the limbs. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, there we go. Okay, it puts them all at the top. So, anemic vasculopathy. Right, but that's not what... I thought that they said that she had the plague, not just anemic vasculopathy. I guess she also has that. I don't know. Whatever. Log it in. There you go. You're gonna die. Congratulations. Okay. Next. I guess I have to do you last or something. Hello. Are you gonna burn me? Where'd you get that idea? Even if you're gonna be burned, I promise you won't be burned alive. No slow excruciating roasting. Pain-wise, the sand pest is easily worse than a slow roasting, doctor. You don't want to ever find out. Have you already written yourself off as a doomed man? Isn't it too early for that? It's not exactly a secret. The whole thing is like putting out a wildfire, and if someone's house is under suspicion, it's torched. If someone sneezes, the entire town's district is sealed off, sick and healthy folks alike. But when there's doubt about a healthy person, it's the isolation ward. Then those who do have the sand pest are marched off and burned. Well, what were your ailments before the epidemic broke out? I didn't have any. Constitution of an ox. Really? None? A cold maybe? Weak spells? Fainting? Rashes? A mottled vision? Or an occasional itch? Mr. Tiny here told me I could be useful to you before I die, that is. Said you can find something inside me that slows the pest down. So go ahead, find it. What do you need? Do you want me to draw some blood? All right then. Where did they bring you in from? I walked here from home. Caught it from my neighbors. Knew as soon as the skin on my chest started peeling away. So I waited a day. The neighbors' screams stopped in the middle of the night. I went to check on them in the morning and they were all dead. Me though, I was alive and walking. And now I'm here. Why do you need to know that, doctor? Might come in useful. What's your vocation? I admire your courage. Oh, stop it, doctor. Are there really any other options? At least let my death not be in vain since my time has come. I see that you are a philosopher. Anyway, what's your occupation? I'm a dyer. Been breathing in poisons for 5 years now. One day it's red, the next it's blue, then yellow. Could be that why that fever of yours doesn't do anything to me. Toxic pigments. It's a possibility. What do you mean, fever of mine? You're more of its owner than I am. Oh. The peeling skin he mentioned. Unlikely to be the stone disease. Most likely eczema. His heartbeat is too fast, but that can be a case of a personal trait. Okay. Back looks okay. Arms look okay. Yeah. Legs. Looks fine. Now this is interesting. His skin has yellowed. Something wrong with the liver. Oh, it did say occasional drinker on his report, but he could have lied about that. Drinks in moderation. Everybody knows that people always lie about that to doctors, right? Okay. Could be yellow dye as well. Have you sorted it out, doctor? Will it be useful in your remedies? Wait a bit, please. If I don't write these symptoms down in your paint record, our conservation could be... A conversation would be in vain. So much work and no way to memorize all of it. Oh. Right. Right. He's got yellowing of the skin. He's got... probably eczema. His heart was beating too fast. Where is that? Chest pain, difficulty breathing. Where's there's slow? I saw slow heart rate. I think we need to ask him about the yellowing of the skin. Itchy skin? Did he say it was itchy? He just said it was peeling, didn't he? Rapid pulse. There we go. Found it. Okay. So there is no diagnosis for that. So what if we take away yellowing of the skin? Then we get burning fever. What if we take eczema away? Okay. Well, let's leave that for now because we have to ask him about them. My vaccine. It's a vaccine I'm working on. And please allow me a couple of clarifying questions so I can be certain of your diagnosis. It's the plague, of course, the sand pest thing in it. Plague, yes, but there's another condition that's prolonging your life. You said it yourself. Your neighbors didn't survive the night, but you're still holding up admirably. That's what I'm talking about. Your second diagnosis will show how your body is fighting the sand pest. Well, blow me down. 2 ailments making me healthier than if I only had one. But you know best, doctor. What did you want? To question me, right? Question me about what? Yeah, the skin on your foot is yellowing. Liver conditions can be a cause of this. Have you ever noticed anything like that? Yellowing on my foot? That's dye, doctor. I'm a dyer. A tub spilled one. Here's the burn. It's old and it's healed over time. It's smaller and paler than before. Aha. Okay, thank you. This clarifies things. We can rule out liver disease. Is that all? Or have you got any more questions? Yeah. Yeah, the skin on your chest is peeling. It was here, right? In the very middle. I knew right away. Skin turns nasty when you're plagued, right? Eczema, that much is obvious. This symptom can indicate 1 or 2 diseases. Now, to tell them apart. It's too fast. Began running fast not long ago, Doctor. Can hear it myself. Thrashing like it's caught in a snare. Too fast indeed. So what now? It's all clear? Your pulse and eczema together give a clear picture, yes. Finally! We're afraid it just to kick the bucket without helping any science. I can pinpoint the diagnosis now. These two symptoms make it certain. Do they? Okay, so no yellowing of the skin. So he's got the burning fever. Apparently. He doesn't seem to have any of these other ailments. But, I mean, I feel like it's not a very good diagnosis to give this man for only these two. Like, everybody can have eczema and everybody can have a rapid heart rate. Maybe he's just nervous right now because he thinks he's gonna die or something, you know? I don't know. Whatever, you have burning fever. Congratulations. Your turn. Filot. And that's the story of my life and time's up to present moment, but what do you want? All these details from me, a half hour's worth of talking, and it was all beside the point. I thought you'd be interested to know why the sand pest can't get me, because I certainly find the fact interesting. I'd even say amazing. None of what you told me was beside the point. Everything was important, especially your chickenpox at age 6. I'm interested too. Your blood may save about 400 people by tomorrow morning, but only if I can correctly identify your other illness. You sure you're not overstating my importance, Doc? Right. Old Gimsky corked the termitary shut, and you've been guarding it for 6 days since Tuesday. Let me ask you this. What time of day did you feel worse than usual? All the time. I used to be as hardy as a bull wrangler, but now I have trouble even standing up for long. I get drowsy, my knees give out, it's embarrassing. I feel like I'm failing everyone. Okay, so like weakness. Have you been fatigued like this for a long time? I don't take a great interest in my own person, Doctor. Got enough people to spend my attention on as it is, but I have trouble doing my job because of this. It's a rugged man's job. Right. Old Gimsky corked the termitary shut, and you've been guarding it for 6 days since Tuesday? This is the 3rd time you're asking me. May I ask you why you distrust me so? You said the termitary had been shut down in order to shield its residents from the infection. Does that mean they knew there would be an epidemic? Who knows? At first they said there'd be a blowout of some kind of sweet soot. It's settled on the walls later, looked like mold. Well, the kin was worried. They're like bees in how they respond to things. As soon as one makes a noise, the rest are unquiet as well. There was a mighty buzz in the hive. Perhaps on account of the poisonous soot. Conditions are tough at the cannery, you know. What are the people in there saying? They're shouting, lots of clamor. And a nasty kind of clamor, too. It's what you'd expect. They're not having a great time, stuck in there like pickles in a jar. No regular meals, not enough drink to go around either. The place is, after all, a poorhouse. Our fat man treats his people like cattle. Getting through the day is a struggle. Small wonder they're slamming into walls. If it was up to me... Then what? You can't lock up a living creature against its will. It's how you turn people into proper beasts. But try so much as hinting at that our Oglimsky yes-men. They're dead drunk on power. Used to be all right working with them, but now I can't stand the guardsmen. All right. There are times when you have to put a free creature under lock and key, say for its own safety. Disrobe down to your undergarments. Let's continue this conversation first. No, okay. Since you're so preoccupied with my work as a security guard, here's my advice to you, Doctor. You're being too heavy-handed. This lockdown of yours is making people seethe. And a cauldron can only seethe for so long before the lid flies off, even if you screw it down. Yeah. Well, since I'm not a great big stack of shiny coin, not everyone is going to like me. Strange redness. That looks exactly like the eczema on the other guy. A rash bites something else. There are red spots on his face too, which we can't look at. Okay. So, rash of some sort. Back looks okay. The veins are damaged. Question is, how old is this damage? Okay. The veins are definitely damaged. They're black. Wow. Okay. Not all symptoms have been selected. Carefully examine the patient. Select. I know. I know. All right. He definitely has rash. He's weak. He's got weakness. Where's the one about his veins? I don't see any vein ones. Is that what cyanosis is? I don't know. Oh, yep, vein damage. There it is. Okay. Bradycardia. Apparently that can cause all of those things. But bradycardia just means fast heart rate, which is another symptom, right? Oh no, it doesn't. An infection caused by bacteria found in unwashed fruits and berries. Huh? The Metropolitan Institute suggests fruit worms are carriers of the infection. What? What is that? That's not really what that means, right? If it was an infection, it would be called like a different type of word. What do I know? I'm not a doctor. Anyway, mortality risk is quite high, but decreases with proper treatment. Cool. All right. Well, lock it in. Doesn't want me to lock it in? Maybe I have to talk to him first. You've noted the symptoms. Now you can ask him. Okay. Sorry, but you're gonna have to forget about your work for now. You must remain in the hospital. I used to guard locked up people, and now I've been locked up myself. That's for life, isn't it? That's the kind of joke life plays. You have no idea how sick I am of jokes life plays. Yeah. Oh, it was just amusing to myself. What do you want me to do? Do I need to give blood or maybe take a pill? Are you ready to answer a few questions? The veins in your legs don't look healthy. Have you ever noticed that before? My legs? They're that way from all the time I spend standing up. It's my job as a security guard. 16 hours of standing every day, and old Gimsky won't spare a stool for us to sit down. Says it's not the proper way, bad for discipline. The way they run their meat processing plant is quite something. They treat people like cattle. Working as a guard can easily cause a mundane case of varicose veins. On the other hand, at least 3 promising diagnoses on the vaccine front can manifest as vein issues. It's imperative to ascertain whether this is a genuine symptom or a false one. You're quite lost in thought, Doctor. Am I really that complicated? Can't wrap my head around little old me being at the center of this brouhaha. There is a syndrome that fits this description, but it mostly affects drunks. So I'd like to ask you, good sir, do you consume alcohol? And do you do it on a regular basis? In what quantities? A quantity best described as God forbid. In my line of work, we must be alert. So my basis hasn't been regular since last year. Quite the contrary, I've been abstaining. Can't stand a drinker myself. Your moral fiber is of no concern to me. To drink or not to drink is a personal choice. Mine is purely medical interest. Your diagnosis depends on it. Do you understand? Your diagnosis. As far as I'm concerned, you're just 5 liters of blood packed into a person. Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm not regular. I don't have a habit, period. Okay. I can't in good conscience put a stab on my diagnosis. I don't have enough info. Not without home inspection and neighborhood testimonies. I'm going to your house. My house? Why on earth, doctor? I can understand talking to me feeling me up from head to toe, collecting my blood, but researching my home like I'm some bandit? What did I do wrong? If am I mistaken, or are you seriously frightened? Are you that reluctant to have me visit your house? You did hide something during an interview, just as I thought. Well, 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 not at all what I expected from a man of medicine. Going off to break into my house, imagine that. Your agitation is extremely suspect. I'm okay. We gotta go understand this guy's life. How do we get there? Uh-huh. Okay. Do I walk there? Do I seriously need to like exit and just walk there? Also, what's going on with my... Oh. I have 4 pockets. Mm-hmm. I could use... Oh, that's healing. Addictive? Bromide. Wait, no, I need a red one, right?
Think.
I'll just eat tobacco. Yum. All right, bye. I'm going to this dude's house, I guess. I don't know. Is there fast travel? It turned into an episode of House MD. That's kind of what it seems like. Oh my goodness. Oh! What? Excuse me? You look like you belong in like Fallout 2 or something. Hello? Uckerny, Ereed, Brainigi, Mundy Erdy. He wishes you many years of life, Erdem. Really? The bulls I vaccinated yesterday. Have you brought them? Shiamar Bloody Kanab? Aman Ka. The bulls were stolen, Erdem. Kiashtarini Bulakahuna Balaka Bulakabu. Or maybe your bulls perished, even. Mother Budhu knows where. What is happening? This game is a freaking fever dream. Okay. Did they die or were they stolen? Stop dissembling. Boo, Kara. Look, I'll return in an hour, and if they're not here, they better be here. God, I don't know. I think my vision is a little blurry. Or maybe that's just the game, but it's probably because there's something wrong with me. Well, the game didn't tell me about how to get to this person's house. So, oh, find arches with clocks. Arches with clocks. There's an arch. Does it have a clock on it? To leave the district, find arches. Okay. There it is. Okay. Yeah, that's where I want to go. Okay. To plot a route, select a district name or marker where I want to go. I want to go to Skinner's. Oh. Okay. A dangerous district. Dangerous districts require attention. They cannot be traversed using the map. You'll have to find an arch with a clock that isn't blocked. What is the thing on the top? What is that signifying? It's going down, and I don't know how to replenish it. Is it my health?
Bitch. What a beautiful word. Bitch. I'm talking about my sister.
Okay, I don't care about your sister. A changeling. I don't really think I should be talking to you right now. Yeah, once I learned that you woke up on the eve of the epidemic in an empty grave with no memory, you seemed a perfect candidate for patient 0. Don't you laugh at me. You know I'm helping you. We're in this together, working toward one goal. We're just different. So we each do our thing in our own ways, however we can. Clara, you're extremely suspicious, and that's a fact. I call you duplicitous, even two-faced. That wasn't me. Not me, but my double, my twin sisters. I didn't know. I've told you. And that Harrispex of yours, too. He didn't believe me for some reason, even though he did see us two together. And yet the plague follows you wherever you go, and that's a fact. It's the other way around. I just feel where the infection will erupt next, and I go there to help. Please, you have to believe me. I'm tired of these ridiculous games. You're a big girl, Clara. It's time to answer for what you've done. I don't know what she's done. If anyone, it's she who's ruining my reputation, my twin sister. She must be here somewhere. Try looking around. You might be able to catch her. Won't you? Will you believe me then? No one has ever seen the two of you together, not even Barack, and neither will I. Okay, whatever. Is that a person from that I should know from the old games or something? The plague fog conceals dangers. 1, equipped with prototype. Oh. Bah! Hold to charge it. Released after the pendulum stops. While apathy is high, time itself, the will to live. Okay, am I like almost dead? I need help. Take more strychnine. What could go wrong?
Weird, but tolerable.
Oh. The ones lying on the ground cannot be saved, only relieved from their suffering. If I help them in their passage from this world, I can make time for myself. Am I about to get game over? What's going on? It requires the same resources as combating my own mind. Correct dose must be administered. Injected drugs shift the cursor along the gauge. You must land within the highlighted zone before the dying person's heartbeat strikes. Overdosing will amplify suffering, and I must alleviate it. What? What am I? I don't know if that's right. It might go in, I mean, halfway would be 40, so I don't know, maybe? I did it. The patient's passage away was swift and painless. Yeah, no problem, anytime. And now my score, my 30, the upper left thing is 30? I don't know. Where's the guy's house? Am I almost there yet? Okay. So I have to go down here and then there? This is really far away. Why is this house red? Hello? Ah! What happened? Oh my god, what? Are you a ghost? This still just feels like a fever dream. So if my little timer on the top goes to 0, does that mean that I die? I didn't realize I could loot things. I haven't really been paying attention to that. Yeah, I think there's ghosts wandering around. What did I just... What?
Can't think like that.
What? What do you mean? What is that? Okay. Okay, now I can go again. All right, that was scary. I didn't like that. That place was weird. But now I'm almost there. Hey guys. Are you having a pretend conversation? Just as I suspected. Hello! Wow, you have giant eyeballs. He's cute though. Yeah, that was a very uncheesy place.
Boiling, crackling, screeching.
Okay, maybe don't drink the water from the well then? Probably not the best idea when there's a plague about. Anyway, I just thought he might be thirsty, you know? And then what is this? I don't understand what I'm doing. Hello, sir. Am I almost there? Yes, it's the next house on the left. Can't run anymore. Oh, there we go. What is that? Oh, ox horns? Here? Yes. Oh, kids. Oof. Anything to loot? Looks like a bunch of boxes. Definitely looks like loot to me. No? Okay. My timer's still running out. I have no clue what's gonna happen when it runs out. Because I can't save, so... yeah, I don't know.
My head hurts enough as it is.
Do I need a heal? Do I need this? No. Okay, turn it off then if you hate it so much. There's nothing in there. I don't see anything in his house. Oh god, there's a purse. Hi. Filat's neighbor. I just mopped that floor and now you're walking all over it. It took forever to scrub clean, you know. Apologies, I'm not very good at walking in a handstand. My legs always veer off to the left for some reason. Stop with the clowning, will you? First, he's turning the bathroom upside down. But it's our only one for all these apartments. People watch their kids here and take their own baths on Tuesdays and Thursdays. They keep it clean. And now there's you with your remarks, but you're a pal of Filat's, aren't you? Filat's in the hospital now. He's under observation. I'm here to find out how he got sick. So he's in the hospital. Perhaps that's for the best. A person getting sick is for the best? Hey, don't look away. You said it, not I. Have you been living in the same house for long? Do you know him well? We've known each other since we were kids. He was like a brother to my husband. I helped him out his whole life with cleaning and cooking and whatnot. He was a loner with no one else to take care of him, and it wasn't too much trouble for me. We were neighbors after all, and friends. Fiat was lucky to have you at this rate. I'll soon start to envy people who live in these small towns where everyone knows everyone. We drifted apart a little as time went on, but he used to always thank me. Then one day it was like bam, he forgot everything. Never said a word anymore. Scurried past me to his apartment, eyes down, no hello, no goodbye. But he sure showed this bathroom who's boss. So this sort of frenzied rage isn't typical for him? He'd never trashed anything before and was well behaved. What kind of person this is typical of is an easy guess. You often get it with drunks. One moment he sits there quietly, and then he's delirious all of a sudden. With all this ruckus and mess, at least he didn't punch anyone out. Has he been a drunk for long? Was this his first delirium tremens episode, or has he had them before? I interviewed him and he said he stayed away from alcohol. Yeah. He didn't drink before, but go ahead and look out the window. The town's falling to pieces. It's enough to make a saint start drinking. It's like people have gone crazy. Some grabbed a bottle, some grabbed a knife. It's hard to stay human. Everyone's inner beast is looking to break out. So you know for certain that Filat trashed the place in a drunken haze? Or is it just what you're assuming? Well, what do you think happened? He didn't just trash the shared bathroom. He was sick all over it. The whole place was a mess. I thought I'd never get it clean. Do you know what it's like to mop up someone else's vomit? How would a smart dresser like you know that? Filat vomited. That's what matters. It's a symptom that hasn't been noted before. Have you figured out everything you needed? It's like to finish with a cleaning here. The kids from downstairs will be here soon to wash their hands before eating. They'll be better off if they don't see this mess. Is there anything else you can tell me about Filat? Do you happen to know any illnesses he had in the past, chronic or acute, whatever you can remember? No, that man was never sick, strong and tough as a cart horse. And I mean, I could easily imagine him pulling an actual cart. That's why they hired him to guard the Olgimsky meat cannery back in the day. Guarding the meat processing plant is a tough job. It may have been the thing that determined his health to begin with. If you ask me, Filat may be built for the job, but it's not the job for him. The termitary needs security guards to make sure the steppe brutes aren't beating about town. But he was getting sentimental about them. That's why he and I fell out. We argued about whether worms and herb brides were our equals. Some security guard. He argued with me too about whether it's right to keep people locked up in the face of a looming epidemic, about whether people should ever be isolated for their own good. What a thing to say. Stop trying to confuse me. I don't have time to pick your philosophizing apart anyway. I've got a bathroom to finish cleaning. Filat got into philosophizing too, and it both destroyed our friendship and made him an alcoholic. There's no good in that. Can we go back to his drinking once more? Your delirium hypothesis is logical, but it's still only a conjecture. In fact, his denial of drinking habits sound very sincere to me. Who wants to confess to something shameful like that? The thing is, lifelong thoughts are proud of it, and it's a new made ones that are ashamed. I hope he's ashamed. It's anyone's darn guess if he is. It's like he's become a completely different man. For all I know, he's lost all sense of himself at this point. Gone completely off his rocker. Off his rocker. There's something new again. Are you just talking about the bathroom incident, or are there any other evidence that he's off his rocker? He has episodes, you know. Before he trashed the bathroom, I'd hear him muttering coming from behind the door every night, and he lives alone, no family, no one visits him. My husband and I used to be his only friends. He started talking to himself, and that's a sure sign. Why didn't you say that right away? You seem like a smart woman, but you make getting more information feeling like pulling teeth. Okay, you may be right after all. The hallucinations do point towards delirium. Well, are we done now? I have my limits too, you know. Mopping floors is hard enough, but bad-mouthing a former friend is harder. I'm sorry for the poor dummy. Where's Filat's room? I'd like to take a look before I go. It's further down the hallway. Here's the key. I've got work to do. Been breaking my back for half a day now. And whose fault is that? A fool? Who's also a drunk now? Poor soul. And if we look at the vein issues again, in case Filat was wrong, then there's only one diagnosis left, but I must check his room. Or why did I come all this way? Hallucinations and vomiting. Okay. And I'm about to die. I think. I assume that's what's going to happen anyway. Hallucinations. And... vomiting. alcoholic, according to neighbor. Well, not all of the symptoms are there, so maybe it's not that one. Maybe weakness is not supposed to be there. Oh, no. He definitely had weakness. Anyway, whatever. Okay. We are at 0 thingies, and we're fine, so I don't know what that means. Pills. Oh, wait. Hi. Sorry. Hello. The neighbor told me Philot lived alone. Ooh, I am angry. I have no idea what you're saying. I said, why have you come? All right, Erdim is what you call scientists, right? I've got nowhere to go. Don't kick me out. Are you Philot's? I'm a guest here myself. I wish someone would kick me out so I could go home. Not going back to the Warren. Oh, you must be from the termitary. You're just who I need. You people call it the termitary. You smell like danger, boolish. Go in your own way. How can a person's larynx make sounds like these? Are you humming directly with your vocal cords? Tell me in detail. People are there. Katangi. What else do you want? We live there. You're hiding your eyes, lad. I don't think you're telling me the whole truth. Look, it's better if you don't joke around with me. I'll tell. Just let me go. There's a crawl hole out of the Warren. A Kai Philad watches it. Helped me go around and the angry guards. Okay. Why didn't you just stay there? Let me guess. Love struck? Or did you break your code of laws? Have you people even got one? How much did he charge you for his help? You can speak properly. Don't pretend to be deaf. So Philot took you in. The hallucination of his was you? It was you he was talking to that night, not voices in his head? Philot took in, hid, sheltered so no one sees. No one returns me to the Warren. Talked quietly. Zilgi blue so no one hears. Okay. So hallucinations should be removed from the list. Why does it have to be so complicated? Finally, some sensible talk. He's in the hospital. He's ill. I'm a doctor and I need to find out who he's with. Will you help me? I will. I saw it. He sickens. Philot sickens. Does he drink? Vodka, wine, those step urban fusions of yours? At first glance, I didn't see a single bottle. Not a drop. Strict on himself. Doesn't allow me either. Philot wasn't lying then. So his vein problems must indeed be from standing up at work and not from drinking. How else can I help? Stay put. Don't you dare sneak away. I need to look around and then I'll be back to ask you more, apparently. Okay. Do I need to? Hello? I don't see anything to click on. Will you tell me what happened to Philot? Okay, well, we can remove hallucinations. But he definitely had vomiting and nausea. Maybe I need to take weakness off? No. Well, nothing matches, so that's not very helpful. I guess I could take vein damage off because he thinks it's from work too. Where else? Well, where else am I looking? I talk to you again? Nope. Clues must be examined more close. Oh, right. I forgot I had Q. Genuinely concerned. An escapee from the lockdown territory. Oh! Who would eat that? Even rats would probably be disgusted. God, I had Witcher senses. 2 patients turned over the assistant. The third one is a tough nut to crack. A little investigation is needed to clarify this diagnosis. A neighbor claims Filat is a drunkard, crashing around the house, talking about voices in his head. Can't tell what it is by the look. No label on the pills. Filat took them. Did he know he was sick? Can I ask you about that? Ah, I found some pills. What are these? We don't use these in this step. Filat said they are so his head doesn't ache. Another symptom. Good. His head hurt. Uh-huh. Headache. Yeah. Nephropathia epidemica. A disease caused by a group of viruses varying with the epidemic focus. Humans contract the virus from animals and their waste. The disease begins acutely with fever, rapid heartbeat, nausea, and vomiting, accompanied by headache and photophobia. After 3 days, the rash appears on the skin, and facial flushing becomes evident. The disease causes internal bleeding, leading to a patient's death. Risk groups, people in contact with animals and rural residents. Well, that's not a good diagnosis. That's not good at all. Okay, let's see what about this other room. Just feel that same where they used to be friends. Okay. Well, am I good? Can I make my diagnosis? Not officially. Should I go back and talk to him now? Not done yet. Clues must be examined. Okay. Can I talk to her again now? No. Oh. Oh, here we go. Is this where Fila threw up? The neighbor's convinced he got sick from alcohol, even though he denies inebriety. Okay, maybe that was the last clue I was missing. Oh, on the bed, huh? Wet rags. Used to put them on his forehead. So, did he have a fever? The rags in the bed looked like they were used in a compress to bind something hot or cold to an injury. Oh, do you know anything about that? I do. He was hot, tossed and turned. I put cold on him, so he had a fever and he didn't mention it during the interview. Feelot's much sicker than he claimed to be. Those stoic patients can be worse than hypochondriacs sometimes. I worry for him. Okay, that's got to be it, right? Fever. I kind of wish I could just also select it, like, the symptom there, because it matches. Fever. Okay. Okay, we must be done now. apparently I am not doing good. Take some more strychnine. That's better. Nothing like a bunch of poison to make me feel better. Clues must be examined more closely. Prosecute. I know. What other clues are there? I have so much. I have way more than enough information. Maybe there's something downstairs. No, because it won't let me go downstairs. Something else in here? He destroyed the bathroom. He used to be quiet and unproblematic. Uh-huh. Yeah, he doesn't want to talk to me about that. Maybe I can just go anyway. Maybe something down here is what I missed. Oh. All clues must be gathered first. So far playing this part of the game, I've gotten quite a few Sinking City vibes. Anybody else? Like with the clue hunting and stuff. Obviously that game is a lot more polished than this, but Sinking City 2 is coming out at some point this year, I think. This looks like it's highlighted, but I haven't been able to like glean any information from it. Is it broken? Oh, maybe. Oh, it's just that. Okay. What did I miss? It was kind of nice. In Sinking City, it had a similar mechanic to this, but like it told you how many things you needed to find, so you could know. What was that? I heard the noise. Okay, maybe I needed to get the updated thing. What is that? Is that just the pill thing? Oh, rice. Rice. Rats and mice? The bait inside is still fresh. Okay, definitely didn't see that before. Mousetrap. Lots of them, bold, walking in here like it's their home. Okay, mice and rats spread disease. A diagnosis is coming to mind at once, but I need to double check. Okay, thank God. Okay, that must be it. Because it said, it's definitely said that it's about animals, right? People in contact with animals, rural residents. Yeah. Okay. Are my eyeballs... Why am I already dead again? This is so annoying. I have one revolver bullet.
Thoughts galloping. Rewind.
Okay. Rats plus mice equals rice. It does. Okay, am I done now? Are you serious? What little tiny item have I missed? Come on. Maybe if they were highlighted in yellow or something. I don't know. I mean, it's not like they're like invisible, but in combination with my vision being really blurry all the time, it's kind of hard to see. I got that. Oh, maybe there was 2 food things. Okay. I don't believe I'll find anything else. I'm no detective for all, but now we must discuss my findings. Okay. He's not crazy. Don't joke about this. There's something rotten on the table. Did you eat it? Is this what made Filat vomit? Hungry. We needed it. Filat's not rich. He pays the guards so little. Vlad pays the guards so little. Was enough for 1, not enough for me. Hard to feed 2. Looked for cheap food. They cheated, sold rottens. Ugh. So did Filat eat the rotten stuff or not? This is scary. Never thought to eat the rot. Then his hunger came, crazy like, grabbed everything, gobbled everything. I took away, hid, hold him bad, rotten, it will hurt. He didn't listen, like possessed by some hungry beast. And you'd never noticed such indiscriminating behavior before? A change in feeding pattern is certainly telling. Sudden hunger. Should I add bulimia to the symptoms? I don't know. Should you? Never saw a man wolf bad food like that. So mice, headache, fever, hunger, and then vomiting, fatigue, and skin reddening. The veins are ruled out. But what happened in the bathroom? The neighbors said Filat drunkenly... No, he doesn't drink. He's eaten bad food. Couldn't keep it down. Didn't want to make a mess in there, so he just went where he could do it. Water's there for washing. She said water scared him. Heard the dripping, went crazy. Can a man be scared of water? Eon his life. Got scared of water for no apparent reason. And trashed the bathroom? This is an extremely rare symptom. It should sort it all out. Okay. Now I can finally return to the hospital, double check some details, and make a diagnosis. I really should take you to the hospital too, you know that? You saw what happened to Filat. You might catch it too. If you feel unwell, don't tough it out. Come to us at once. All right. Well, we're getting rid of the veins, which we already did, right? Bulimia? Is that on here? Yeah, it is. It is. And then hydrophobia. The fear of water. There it is. Okay. I mean, can I leave now? Okay, thank God. Finally, we're done here. Now, are you gonna make me walk all the way back? Because honestly, that's kind of a bummer. Trade? I don't know. I need some strychnine. I'm very addicted. What is this? Oh, that's not strychnine. That's morphine. I need that. Does this mean my thing is worth more, right? How about another bullet? -4. Okay. What is this? I only have one of those left. Whatever. Thanks, I guess. This is weird. All right. I have to go all the way back. Okay, let's find the gate. Maybe we can go a different way. See, that's like green. Like I should be able to loot it, but I just freak.
Be quiet, you lot.
He just freaks out when I try to loot it, so I don't know what that means. Maybe it's because I'm insane or something. I don't know. Let me out. I can't go this way? Ugh. Very annoying. Does that mean we have to go back through the crappy area? Oh dear.
Half a tone louder.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. This does make me very curious about the original Pathologic games. Hello again, still having the same fake conversation, I see. This guy's sweeping the very dusty dirt path. Makes sense. Ugh, I do have to go through it again. My health is getting hurt. Okay, how do I prevent that from happening? I have no clue. Let's just try to go as fast as we can. Whoa, okay. I don't want to be sucked into that. Thanks very much. Thanks so much. This way? Yeah, okay. There's the arch. Hey, look, a dead guy. Lots of dead people. Hi there. Don't take offense if I don't talk to you. I'm just going. I'm getting the heck out of here. I need something. I need to go to sleep. I don't know. I need to do something. I don't know what I need, but I don't feel like I'm in good shape. Hey, look, they brought the oxen back. That's nice. Hi there, weird ladies. Herbride, Sene have good life to you. Here are your bulls. Are you still not glad to have them? Glad to hear it, but you're quite certain that these are the same bulls? Can you not tell bulls' faces apart? You can't even tell Udongi apart by their face, oh Gishi. We are all the same to him like beasts. That's not true. I can tell you ladies apart just fine, though you do look similar like sisters. Of course we do. We are Katagi. We are one people. We are the kin. Okay, well, if you're one people, then why are you offended by that? Why did the bullhards say the vaccinated bulls have been stolen? But the Ondagi told me yesterday the bulls had died. Did they lie? You insulted them. The worms don't want to deal with you anymore. The worms believe you're bad, a curlish, ungrateful man. The ball. Okay. I'll try to do better. Are you gonna take our bull's blood? I need to make today's vaccine first. After that, I'll get on with the universal one. I am so confused. All right. Very strange. Hello, I'm back. Here he is. He's not looking so good. Finally, I've been waiting for you, Dr. Denkovsky. As you can see, I've allowed our volunteer orderlies to leave on a break, and they'll all return as soon as you give the word. Good. Rest is necessary. Let them have a smoke, visit their families. Who knows? They might not get another chance. Consider it done. But what of the third patient, Filat, the termitary guard? Do you have a diagnosis? I haven't put him to sleep yet. I thought he might be useful to you again. I visited his place in the Skinners, had a look around, spoke to neighbors and someone else. I do understand his illness. Well, I should probably verify it with him, yeah. Are you going to teach me how to maintain patient records now? Yeah, or okay. You're joking despite your nerves. You can relax. I've seen it and your secret has been uncovered. I met a mouse in the apartment, a huge one, the size of a teenage boy. You wouldn't happen to know how it crawled from the cellar. What have you done, Fila? The termitary might have been locked up wrongfully, but but it's not your decision who comes out. Your secret has been uncovered. So you met him. I tried to protect him with everything I had. I went to the hospital so he wouldn't catch it from me. And then you lied. You described fatigue, but you've been nervous, feverish, and much more. I've never been a good liar. If I told you too much, you'd know that someone was changing my bandages, that I needed money to feed 2 mouths, so I talked as little as I could. Medicine dealing with people is more difficult than all the test tubes and measured doses. Nothing to hide now. Sure, I led the boy through a hidden passage away from the slaughterhouse. He's just a kid, doctor. It was hardship that brought him to the cannery. And just like that, fat Vlad put him to work, young or old, it doesn't matter. They send everyone to the factory. It's not my place to judge you. What you did was noble but stupid. This might surprise you, but I'm on your side despite the risk. Yeah. I'm no hero, but I was taught to draw the line somewhere. I treat people like people, period. It's done. I've done what I could. So you're saying you'd let more people out if you had more authority in such decisions? Do you believe the termitary's doors should be flung wide open during the epidemic? They'll starve people to death in the termitary, and not just there either. While you were out, I overheard people in the hospital. Aren't you the tyrant who ordered the quarantine? I'm a tyrant and you're a rebel, and no one will be able to tell the difference in the morgue. Without the quarantine, the plague would devour your town in just a day or two. It's the plague I restrict, not people. Those are dangerous games you play, Doctor. I'm not the only one who doesn't like restrictions. Today, people endure tomorrow, too. But in the days that follow, you'll erupt. I told you can't humiliate a living being without suffering consequences, and this imprisonment humiliates the town a second time. You try to shame me as if the quarantine were some whim I had. If only we had another way. This won't end well, I tell you. Neither of us can tell the future. And Filat, I came to talk about your diagnosis. Drink this glass of water, please, before we continue. Oh, take that away. I can't stand hearing the sloshing. Get it away, doctor. Mr. Little, calm the patient down, please. Never could have dismissed the orderlies. So does that mean he's also like extremely dehydrated because he's afraid of water? The decisive symptom has now been confirmed. This is enough to make it a diagnosis. Yep. Okay. It's definitely neuropathia epidemica. That took a while to figure out, didn't it? I've checked the records. You've diagnosed all 3 of the oddities who didn't quickly die from the plague. You're a mental giant, a luminary. I've asked you before, Mr. Little, stop with the sycophantic theatrics. I'm doing what I must. We awaited your verdict with bated breath. What next? The vaccine? Searching the town for 2 more people with the same symptoms as today's 3? The search, then the vaccine. The blood of those lucky enough to resist the plague should help the others too. Consider it done. And after that, how much culture should we take? What temperature should we heat it to? Shake the flask little. Shake them well. Enriching the mixture with oxygen. That's all you're good for. Reduce my prior instruction by 1.5 degrees. Don't add too much water. We need the culture medium, but follow the dilution charts. Don't be overzealous with drawing blood. 450 millimeters at most. Otherwise, the weakened patients won't make it. We've gotten it down in the last 2 nights. We'll manage without supervision, I promise. Rest without fear that we'd ever disgrace you. So, Dr. Dankovsky, sir, do you give us permission to proceed? Shall we start? Fine. If we do and my work has errors, this is so damn difficult every time. Do we begin or not? Go ahead. I'll leave now. Get some rest before another day just as gruesome. Or I say we do and then a bunch of Latin. Sure. I like to speak Latin. It makes me seem cool. Now where do I go? My temporary safe haven. Okay. I completed Act 2. All right. All right, which will delay. All right, cool. Liquid 666. Thank you so much for the 10 months of Prime. Cheese hype. Thank you. Thank you. There's a bunch of dead people right here. That doesn't look very good. I am dying again. What else is new? I gave away my actual healing thing. I'll just take some more strychnine. That'll heal me up good. Okay, that's locked. Apparently. But it must be the way that I go, right? Why can't I open these ones that are closed? Huh, that's annoying. Is that what happened? No. Okay, I'll just go to the same one then, I guess. You've done all you could, Senor. Go on and rest. I suppose you're right. Eva is the one I need right now. The one oasis calm and joy of Bedlam. Okay. Sure. Okay, hopefully the red area is okay. Oh. Doctor, we're rotating, leaving, that is, abandoning our post. Why? Well, we didn't sign up for this. They've gone and armed themselves, not petty thieves. No, these poor proper, what's the word, thugs. They shoot, Doctor, they stab. It's really unheard of around here, raising a knife against your fellow man. And we're unarmed. It's fine, I'm armed. You're saying you've got it in you to kill another living, breathing person? No one will attack me, I'm a doctor. Doctor, you're looking at today from the, what's the word, lens of yesterday. We weren't afraid then either. Lots of people trying to get inside plague districts like this one. Thing is, yesterday they weren't shooting, they weren't stabbing. Today, as they say, is a whole different beast. They had humanity, and now they really don't. They lost their humanity? So I foresaw all of this. I'm afraid not. We're volunteers. We took no oath. All right. Well, fine. The fact that you brought us to this state is thought-provoking. Again, really unheard of. And on that note, as they say, we take our leave. All right. Bye. Be that way. Look. My gun. I don't have my cool other thing. Okay, they want to kill me. I must defend myself.
Denkovsky?
I don't have very many bullets. How? I literally have 2 bullets. This is not gonna end well. Okay, I think I'm supposed to go this way.
Hey, you. Come over here.
Don't. People are intimidated by weapons. The mere sight of weapons raised will stop rioters for a moment. Hey, yeah, you better stop.
Closer. Stop right.
Hey! What? Okay. I'll try that again, shall I? I think I'm supposed to go through that part because it's probably something I, haven't seen before. I don't have much health right now, so that's my main issue. My health is, I think this is my health, the white one. Does this give me health? No. I sold my 1 health and then I used the other one when I didn't need it. And I only have 2 bullets, so yeah. Not great. Not great. It's fine. No one will attack me. I'm a doctor. Blah 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 blah. We'll go wherever you like. Ow. Okay, is there anything I can do? Okay, use...
Weird. Tolerable.
Let's just get this, like, all the way up there, and then... I don't know. I really just need to kind of...
Hold it.
What? I couldn't even do the animation to... Oh, for Christ's sake. You wouldn't even aim at him fast enough that time. I wonder if I missed some loot somewhere that I could get. I really want to be able to loot these chests. I wonder if I get my stat up like halfway.
Damn it.
Maybe if it's in the middle, then maybe I can loot it. No.
Tired of this noise.
Why does it do? I don't understand. There's a lot about this game I don't understand. A lot. Go here. Do your job. Okay, my stats are the same. Maybe I'll just shoot this guy, I guess. I don't know. I wish I could take one of those weapons.
Hold it.
Why am I'm walking so slow? Oh my god, what is going? Why am I walking so slow?
Don't think. Don't think.
Was he not real? Okay. Fine. Was there anything to loot here? Maybe I'll only have to shoot one more guy. Wouldn't that be nice? Somehow I doubt it. I don't have an inventory item that increases my health. So, I don't know what to tell you, game. You didn't give me enough stuff.
It was quiet in Thanatica.
Don't you dare.
There he is.
Empty.
All right, now we're boned if anybody else wants to kill me. Surprising no one, I'm going even more insane. And I'm dead. Why is it so dark? Because I'm not supposed to go over there, I guess. So I feel like there's definitely some like I don't know. I don't understand a lot of the mechanics. Like I get how you're supposed to keep this balance, so you take like the opposing drugs or whatever, but it goes down to the red one constantly, like very quickly. And then apparently when it's down here, my health gets reduced as well, which I didn't realize. So there's not enough loot around for me to deal with it. And I may have kind of soft locked myself by not having enough consumables, which we're probably at the very end anyways. I think we're just probably gonna go back to our safe haven and then it'll be over because we've already been playing for 2 hours. And they did say it was about 2 hours long. So I guess I'll try one more time. But I hope the final game is a bit more clear about what like things do. And I wouldn't mind if this whole system was like a little bit easier because it is pretty weird. And like not exactly fun. It's just kind of annoying because it makes you not be able to do anything really, or makes everything a lot harder. But I really like the medical part about it and investigating like what's wrong with people and putting the diagnoses together. That's really fun. That part is fun. Like, I can't figure out a reason why I can't open that. It's green. Kicking it over though, that's refreshing. Why am I even thinking about this? I don't know. I don't know. You got me. All right, we're gonna try one more time to do this. If we fail, then, well, that's just gonna be the end of our adventure, I think. Is this an ultimatum? It's fine, I'm armed. All right. Maybe I'll just run. I know I'm gonna run out of stamina though. Yeah, here he comes, see.
Hey, you.
And now I'm getting hurt. For whatever reason.
Don't
use this.
Don't make me use it, bro. Oh no.
Come here.
Okay. Oh no. Oh no. What?
One less thought.
It is. There is some similarities to Vampire as well. That game's really good. I love that one. We should play that one all the way through sometime. Oh man. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that again because it's just a little annoying, honestly. Just a little bit annoying. A bit janky as well. I don't usually mind jankiness, but it definitely could be a little better with like how everything controls and stuff, and a little bit more clear on what I need to do with taking care of myself on top of everything else. No idea what the little, like, it looked like a piece of meat and then there was a thing around it. I'll show you again really quick. I have no clue what that means, like at the left side of the bar on the top. No idea. It's like a timer for something. It could be like, it could represent the map of the town. I don't know. But there was no explanation about that as far as I know. And then there's a gray bar at the top that's slowly filling as well to one side. I don't know. I don't think it ever explained that to me. Hopefully the full game is going to be more descriptive on stuff like that and a little bit more fleshed out with the tutorial. But I do like a lot of things about this. I really like the detective part. I wish there was more voice acting though. It is kind of always a bummer when you have to read so much in these kind of games, but I guess I was expecting a little more voice acting just because it's a newer game, but I don't know. It's the same devs that made the originals, so maybe they're just like sticking with their exact formula from before, which is completely fine. I do want to go back and say and try 1 and or 2, or maybe just 2, because I think 2 is just kind of a better version of 1. At least that's what I've heard. But yeah, I don't know. It's very interesting, and I do really like the story and a lot of things about it. Like I said, the detective-y stuff and being the doctor and interviewing patients and whatnot. And I really do like the idea of going to their house and finding clues. I think that could definitely be done a little bit better though. It was kind of just a little bit tedious, and also talking to the people is a little bit tedious because there's a lot of dialogue and it's not really clear whether or not the different choices you make do anything or not. So I'm not really sure why there are so many I just died of apathy apparently, and I got an achievement for it. Yeah, there wasn't any clues whether or not that makes any difference. So I hope that that's a little bit better in the final game. Okay, that's probably good that I didn't show that on screen. He just shot himself right in the mouth because he died of apathy. But yeah, this is the prologue to Pathologic 3. So it's like a standalone little thing. So it could be just that this is a little bit more rough because it's made separate from the main game. At least that's kind of what I hope. But yeah, we'll see. I probably, if they also give me a key to the main game, I'll probably try it just to see if it's a bit more, like, a little bit quicker pace and more explanatory as to what everything means and stuff, because I like a lot of things about it, but it's definitely like a little bit hard to play sometimes, and definitely not a game for everybody, I would say, for sure. But I haven't played 1 or 2. Is it like 1 and 2? I really don't know. Yeah, I got early access to the prologue, which next Monday you guys can all play this if you want. It's on Steam and it's going to be free. It also has a whole lot of reading. Okay, yeah. Well, eventually I will try Pathologic too, I think. But not today. Today, I'm going to go and make dinner now. Tomorrow, I will be not streaming, but I will be streaming Wednesday and Friday, and I'm planning to hopefully finish Prey. So if you want to watch me finish Prey, I'll be doing that. And then I think we're going to be diving into a point and click or two after that. There's some exciting things that I learned about that I would like to play. So we shall see. It's going to be a fun, cozy time. And whether or not I make this into a video remains to be seen. I'm unsure. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate your eyeballs. Thanks for being here. And